Here are the top 10 easiest games for the Nintendo Entertainment System, according to fans of the NES and Famicom. Number 10 is the Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout. Bugs Bunny's friends are throwing a party for him, so you have to head over to it. One of the things that makes this game easy is how much health you have. You start off with 3 hearts, and each time you touch an enemy, it costs you 1/3 of a heart. So it takes 9 total hits to kill you. The bosses are pushovers too. Sometimes all you have to do is walk into the room and grab a giant carrot to defeat them. But what decreases the difficulty the most are the very frequent bonus games, where you spend carrots to get a chance to earn extra lives. You can earn up to 50 lives at once, as I did here. Even if you run out of lives, when you restart, it automatically puts you at the stage you last died. The only challenge you'll have is stomaching the choppy scrolling and the horrible hit detection. Number 9 is Super Dodgeball. What you have to do here is eliminate the 3 in-court opponents on the other side of the court by hitting them repeatedly with the ball until their souls head into the afterlife. It sounds unrealistic, but I've played the real-life version of this game in grade school, and there were times where I got hit so hard I felt like my soul was actually leaving my body. What makes this game so easy is that you can do power shots that do a lot of damage. You do have to learn the timing of those shots, but once you get it down, it's almost impossible to lose. You can end up beating the World Cup mode in about 25 minutes. Reportedly, in the Japanese version of the game, it's harder to pull off the power shots, so it's harder to play. I said harder. So how did I come up with this list? I went to various places on the internet where people were talking about the easiest NES games. I found those conversations on Reddit, on YouTube, and a few other places. I also asked my own audience for their input, and I recorded the games being mentioned from all those sources, put them in a spreadsheet, and after accumulating around 600 entries, I did some analysis and came up with the ranked list you are seeing today. And I did all that stuff manually without the use of AI, and I am not an AI voiceover. If I do sound robotic, it's because I edit out the natural pauses that I have when I talk, but you benefit from that because you get through the video faster as you're watching it. My own opinion did not factor into these rankings. I'm just the messenger. However, I did eliminate Contra and Duck Hunt from the data because people often use a 30 lives code for Contra and then declare the game to be easy, and for Duck Hunt, people would cheat by putting the light gun an inch away from the screen. They would admit to this as they were listing it as an easy game. I also eliminated games that didn't really have a win or lose condition, such as Taboo the Sixth Sense or Color a Dinosaur. I do hope you like this video. Let's get on with it. Number 8 is The Little Mermaid. Ursula the Sea Witch has taken over the sea, and you need to free it from her. You can blow bubbles to encapsulate the enemies and use them to throw into other enemies. There's also shells you can pick up and do the same with. It's considered easy because it's one of those games where you can just skip over a lot of the gameplay and just keep moving through the screens. If you stop and try to do things, you are more likely to take damage. Most people can beat this game in 20 minutes. Speedrunners can beat it in less than 8 minutes. Prior to me making this video, I've never played this game in my life, but I decided to see if I can beat it, and sure enough I did. Next time I'm on a date, I'm going to mention this achievement. Number 7 is all 3 of the Super Mario Bros. Games. Super Mario Bros. 1 and the American version of Super Mario 2, and of course Mario 3. Forgive me for bunching all these games up like this, but had I counted them separately, they would have taken up spots 7, 8, and 9 on this list with just a smidgen of separation between them in the data. They are considered easy because there are many opportunities to earn extra lives, and they have warping that allows you to skip large portions of the game, and they have good controls, so dying in a cheap way isn't very common in these games. I would also add that since these games were so popular during the NES era, massive numbers of people got good at them, and they likely still have those skills today. Number 6 is Jaws. In this one, you have to kill a shark for being a shark, and to do that, you have to fight random encounters with other sea creatures until you're strong enough to take down the shark. The process I just described can be done in about 15 minutes once you fully understand the game. Speedrunners can beat it in 3 or 4 minutes. The trick is to just stay alive and not get hit by any of the sea creatures, which is pretty easy to do since you can swim rather fast, and most of those creatures swim in a very predictable way. Be sure to play this one if you just want to get a quick win under your belt. Number 5 is Holy Diver. This one only came out in Japan, I'm not sure why, but maybe they felt it wasn't challenging enough for Americans. It kind of plays like a practice version of Castlevania. You walk through each stage, making easy jumps and annihilating the easy to kill enemies, and before you know it, the game has ended. Actually, this is a fake out. I put one of these in almost every single one of my top 10 videos because it's funny. Holy Diver does not belong on this list because it's widely considered to be a difficult game. The actual number 5 is Guerrilla War. If you happen to be playing this game for the first time, you may wonder why it's on this list. There's a lot of things firing at you, and there are hostages tied up in various spots, so you can't exactly go through the game with guns blazing. It's full of narrow areas where you need to find the proper angle to shoot the enemies. Basically, what I'm trying to say is the moment-to-moment gameplay isn't really easy. So why do people say that it is? It's because when you run out of lives, it allows you to continue, and when you do, it puts you right where you left off. And those continues are unlimited. So basically, anyone can sit down and beat this game just as long as you choose yes on the continue screen. That's all interesting, but what I would really like to know is where are all the gorillas? I played it for a while and everybody looks human to me. Number 4 is Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I don't want to cause any controversy here, but I disagree with this one being so high up on this list. I died quite a few times when capturing this footage, and when I did, it sent me pretty far back. Also, the number of continues is limited. I'm pretty sure I'd be able to beat it, but I would not say it's easier than Jaws or The Little Mermaid. It's a very enjoyable game though, and perhaps that helps, because no doubt there were a lot of people who played this one over and over again and know where every single hidden item is. If it was a bad game, I don't think people would waste their time perfecting it. Number 3 is Kirby's Adventure. There are certain NES games that feel like the developers wanted you dead. For this game though, it seemed like the developers wanted you to have fun and enjoy life. It's a very gentle experience. The enemies are very easy to kill, and they are also easy to swallow, if you're into that kind of thing. If you are having trouble at certain parts of this game, most of the time you can just fly over it, because Kirby has built-in flying ability, and he can stay up there for quite some time. To top it off, you have unlimited continues and an autosave. So yeah, it's an easy game, but if you want to get 100% on your save file, it can be quite challenging, because you have to find all the hidden items, which means exploring every nook and cranny of the game, and putting yourself at greater risk of dying. Before we get to numbers 2 and 1, let's do some honorable mentions. These are games that barely missed being in this top 10. I'm just going to read them off in no particular order. Megaman 2. Kung Fu. Bobble. Excite Bike. And finally, Breakthrough. And here are some honorable mentions. These are games that barely missed being in the honorable mentions. The one that catches my eye is Ninja Gaiden. I don't think they were being sarcastic, but it's possible. Some of them did say that they can breeze through the game based on muscle memory, and they also point out that the spin dash is incredibly powerful in the game. Number 2 is Felix the Cat. I know from YouTube demographics that my audience is on the older side, so I imagine many of you remember Felix the Cat during the silent movie era. In this game, he needs to rescue his kitty girlfriend who has been kidnapped. You can gain lives by collecting Felix heads and from finding hidden one-ups in the scenery, and also each time you add 50,000 points to your score. But what really makes the game easy is how powerful you are compared to your enemies, because you gain massive upgrades such as the first stage where you can go from being able to punch to being able to spray damaging stars to be able to honk away enemies in a car, and after that you end up being a tank. Each successive upgrade allows you to take additional hits from the enemies. This is one powerful pussy. And finally, number 1 is Ducktales. While Felix the Cat has many tools at his disposal, Scrooge McDuck really just has one, and that's his cane. But that's all you need because you can use it to literally pogo stick your way throughout the entire game. There's only 5 stages, and once you learn the layouts of each, you can skip whole sections of them. Here's a confession: when I used to do playthroughs on this channel, I did one for Ducktales, and I wasn't able to finish the game. I ran out of continues near the end, so even though I've beaten it before, I'm going to have to disagree with this one being considered the easiest game on the NES. There are some tricky jumps and some bosses with unusual patterns, and there's limited continues. So yeah, I'm not trying to trash the list, I'm just saying that difficulty is in the eye of the beholder. By the way, if you'd like to know what games are considered the hardest on the NES, I made a top 10 for that, so be sure to check that one out if you haven't already. Thank you for watching.